The international community of Rotary clubs, which dates back to the first Rotary club founded in 1905 in Chicago, USA, gained popularity in Europe after the First World War. There is evidence that in the late 1920s, in 3 cities that are now major centers of western Ukraine, Lviv, Uzhhorod, Chernivtsi, which were a part of Poland, Czechoslovakia and Romania respectively, were interested in the Rotary movement, and initiative groups of future Rotary clubs were created. Officially formed in 1930-1935, Rotary clubs in these 3 cities brought together interesting personalities of the first Ukrainian Rotarians, including the mayor of Uzhhorod, the governor of Subcarpathians Rus Konstantin Gruber, and the world-famous Lviv mathematician Stefan Banach. These clubs were forced to cease their activities with the outbreak of World War II. Still, it is important to remember that the Rotary movement in Ukraine has a 90-year history. After the war, the activities of Rotary clubs in Uzhhorod, Chernivtsi and Lviv were not resumed because they were located in the Soviet Union, where Rotary was banned. The return to the Rotary movement in Ukraine took place at the time of independence, when in 1992 the Rotary Club of Kiev was admitted to Rotary International. That same year, the Rotary Club of Lviv resumed its activities. In total, more than 20 Rotary clubs were established in Ukraine in the 1990s. Many clubs have found partners among Rotary clubs in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, France, Germany, and many other countries. Together with partners, many important projects were implemented in Kyiv, Lviv, Kharkiv, and many other cities. From 1999 to 2016, the development of Rotary in Ukraine took place as part of the Rotary International District 2230, together with Rotary clubs in Poland and Belarus. During these years, near 30 Rotary clubs, about 10 Rotaract clubs, and several Interact clubs were established in Ukraine. In July 2016, a separate District 2232 was created and is actively developing, uniting all Rotary clubs in Ukraine and Belarus. There are 56 Rotary clubs active in Ukraine now, uniting more than 1,200 Rotarians. There are also 23 Rotaract Young clubs and 6 Interact clubs for high school students in Ukraine. Over the last 4 years, the number of Rotarians in Ukraine increased significantly. Powerful Rotary communities have been strengthened or formed in such cities as Kyiv, Lviv, Kharkiv, Odessa, Dnipro, Cherkasy, Uzhhorod, Ivano-Frankivsk and Zaporizhzhia. Currently, there are 10 Rotary clubs in Kyiv, 8 in Lviv, and 7 in Kharkiv. Projects implemented by clubs are increasingly visible to the general public. Ukrainian Rotary clubs are using every opportunity to receive grants from the Rotary Foundation. In the last 7 years, 27 Rotary Foundation global grants totaling about $2 million have been implemented with the initiative and active participation of Rotary clubs in Ukraine with the support of foreign Rotary clubs. Of these, 24 grant projects were implemented in the interest of Ukrainian community and 3 projects in the interests of the communities of India, Turkey and Romania. The largest number of grant projects, 14, concentrated on disease prevention and treatment. The projects were carried out in almost all areas of focus of the Rotary Foundation. Here are just a few examples of the activities of Rotary clubs of Ukraine to implement grant projects in 2014-2020. Rotary Club Kyiv Multinational has implemented 5 global grants. To Kyiv hospitals was delivered the following equipment: ultrasound diagnostic set, equipment for the treatment of burns, ventilation equipment in the burn center. In total, its value was more than $200,000. Some 30 schools in the gray area near the front line in eastern Ukraine received computers and equipment totaling $58,000. In a summer camp center for children affected by the war in eastern Ukraine was restored and equipped. The cost of this project is more than $90,000. Rotary Club Lviv International, which is only 3 years old and now has more than 100 Rotarians, has already implemented 3 global grants with Rotary Club of Turkey, 2 for the Lviv community, supply of portable ultrasound diagnostic equipment to the Lviv Regional Children's Hospital, as well as baby incubator in the Lviv Regional Clinical Hospital. The total budget of these 2 projects was $123,000. Rotary Club Uzhhorod-Skala, together with more than 20 Rotary clubs from 5 countries, implemented a global grant project worth $160,000, equipment for water supply, purification and drainage for a nursing home for the elderly in the village of Yasina in Transcarpathia. Through the efforts of the Rotary E-Club of Ukraine, as well as few Rotary clubs of Kyiv, with the participation of Rotary clubs of Brazil and several other countries, 3 VTT global grants totaling of $273,500 were implemented to share experience and training of maxi-official and plastic surgeons. Several demonstration surgeries were performed by Brazilian physicians. These projects are named Smile Ukraine because they change the innate distortions of the face into a charming smile. In addition, each Rotary Club carries out several large and a number of small projects throughout the year, funded by Rotarians and other benefactors and philanthropists. Rotary's fight to eradicate polio, as well as this year's fighting COVID-19 activities, have united efforts of most Rotary clubs in Ukraine to implement large-scale national projects. In 2015-2019, 3 grants were implemented totaling $169,500 from the Rotary Foundation's Polio Plus program to provide informational support and promotion of polio vaccination of children as part of the global long-term struggle for complete eradication of this disease from the planet. In 2020, near 40 hospitals across Ukraine received protective shells and disinfectants for doctors in response to the needs of the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, with a special disaster response grant from the Rotary Foundation in the amount of $25,000. Rotary clubs in Ukraine unite business leaders, well-known professionals and specialists in various fields: physicians, teachers, scientists, cultural figures, athletes, public persons, etc. Among the Rotarians were and are mayors and heads of local communities, heads of ministries and other government agencies, famous artists, Olympic champions, and well-known physicians. The activities of Rotary Club do not focus only on the implementation of social charity projects. Ukrainian clubs hold a variety of meetings, invite interesting speakers, travel together in Ukraine and abroad, are friends for many years, including their families, constantly discovering new opportunities for themselves and their communities. During 2020, due to quarantine measures, Rotary clubs in Ukraine quickly seized the opportunity to hold club meetings online. A number of trainings, seminars, a district conference, a celebration of Ukraine's Independence Day, a Rotary Business Forum, a New Year's Eve celebration, online interviews of Rotarians on social media and other interesting initiatives were conducted using state-of-the-art internet platforms. For 2020-2023, the Rotary Strategic Development Plan in Ukraine focuses on the significant development of international contacts with Rotary clubs in other countries, increasing the number and leadership of women, increasing youth involvement in Rotary programs, developing all traditional areas of Rotary projects, and supporting development of spirituality and culture. More than 20 Ukrainian inter-country committees have been instrumental in establishing and strengthening ties with Rotary clubs in other countries. The most active among them are committees with Poland, Belgium, France, Germany, Turkey, Romania, and the United States. Rotarians of Ukraine are increasingly involved in Rotary fellowships, including the recent formation of 3 fleets of the International Yacht Fellowships of Rotarians, which account more than 100 members and have already several regular entertainment activities, as well as projects oriented on support to yacht school and water ecology. Local organizations of the fellowships for flying Rotarians Those who love mountain skiing and extremal outdoor tours are preparing for their start of activities. Rotary Fellowships Exchanges Committee organize visits of Ukrainian Rotarians to other countries and host programs for Rotarians from abroad. Various events organized by clubs have become traditional and are attracting more and more attention from foreign Rotarians. In particular, Rotary Milanka in January in Lviv, Governor's Cup ski competitions in the Carpathians, Hockey bowling tournament in February-March, Sakura Festival in Uzhgorod, planting on the Peace Alley in Kharkiv in April, Poltava Halushka, yacht regattas in Cherkasy and Mykolaiv in June and July, August golf tournament in Kharkiv, Rivne Rotary Raki, Young Wine Festival in Izmail in September, Hockey music assemblies and autumn in Lviv in October, Etnofest in Cherkasy, chess and billiards tournaments in Lviv in November, chocolate ball in Kyiv and the Santa Claus race in Kharkiv in December, plus many more interesting events. We in Ukraine are always sincerely happy to meet these Rotarians from other countries, exchange ideas and jointly implement various projects. Welcome to Ukraine!